you've been going through it, obviously, but are you starting to feel like things are starting to turn toward a better way a little bit?
For sure, for sure. Shots not falling right now, but still just trying to stay aggressive and you know do whatever I can just to help the team win. Whether it's rebounding, defend, just trying to take care of that side of the ball, take care of that side of the game while knowing my shot will fall. Just gotta keep it going.
Are there little things you can do in terms of mentally, like just tell yourself certain things about what you can do, not what you're not doing, and maybe can get you going?
Just keep telling myself and just believing in myself and knowing that I'm here for a reason and this is nothing that I haven't done before. So just sticking with it.
Have you had a stretch like this before?
No.
Hey, Andrew. The Thunder obviously put tons of pressure on defenses. They play with 5 spacers, get to the rim all the time. I think they lead the league in drives, run all different types of screening actions. Do you guys feel like you missed Draymond's communication, especially last night versus a team like the Thunder?
Whenever Draymond's not on the court, we miss him for sure. He's the type of player that you can't really you can't replace. Especially with one person. Got to do it collectively as a team. Because Draymond's a special talent. He has a gift. But we still have enough to get the job done as long as we do it together. And just communicate.
There's a lot of temptation, and I hear it on sports talk and on TV and stuff about comparing you to what you did in the 22 finals and 22 postseason. Is there a different mentality though in the postseason than it is in the regular season?
It's definitely a different mentality. I feel like the game is different, and I feel like playoff games are different. They're more physical. They're called different. The room for error, is not as much. But I know what I can do. I remember the playoffs, the finals, all that. I know what I can do. I just gotta stick with it. Keep my confidence up. Just knowing what I can do and keep getting up the extra shots, extra work, preparation. When the game comes.
Is there a part of you that has to fight from being mad?
Being mad?
That's a fight to not be mad, or are you just?
As a basketball player, as a competitor, you're gonna be frustrated sometimes. You're gonna be mad because you know what you can do. When you fall short of what you can do, you're gonna be hard on yourself. I feel like that's just being a competitor and wanting to do good for the team and myself.
What's been the hardest part for you? The shooting, the ball handling? What's been the toughest part for you to just like?
Probably the shooting, just getting my rhythm down. I'll say that because I feel like with rhythm, that comes the ball handling, the shooting, getting to your spots, knocking down your shots. So just, getting that rhythm.
Andrew, in your mind, is it just a slow start, or is there anything deeper there? What do you attribute it to?
Just a little slump, made a little funk. Still got about 69 games left. So just gotta have short-term memory and keep looking forward to the next game. Keep getting better, keep improving with each game.
Is there? I mentioned the playoff mentality. Is there an advantage to playing a team twice in back-to-back? One day, like you played the Thunder last night, you play them again tomorrow. Is there something to be gained from that situation?
Oh, for sure. For sure, because you can go back to the drawing board. You can make adjustments, see what you need to do. See what worked, what didn't work. We're familiar with the team. This will be our 3rd time playing them this year. So we're familiar with them. Also, they're familiar with us. So it comes down to execution.
Hi. I was wondering if in this process of trying to get out of this slump, in this approach to trying to make things better, if it's more about, I don't know, like maybe working on like shot mechanics with the coaches, maybe there's a tiny thing that is off, or working more on the mental side and keeping your confidence up?
I feel it's just got to keep putting in the work, on and off the court, getting shots up, having some good workouts, and also watching some film and seeing what I could do differently and what I could add. Confidence is there. So.
I have just one more. So, I was wondering, how much do you feed these days from the public rooting for you and the way they're trying to almost like push you and help you out of this too? I mean, you know that you're like beloved in the Bay Area, in Chase Center specifically. That is great. That works great when you're on a streak. Like everyone's very happy. When you're in a bit of a slump, that makes them a little nervous. They're like, "Do I actually want him to shoot?" And that makes everyone feel a little weird. Do you feel that? Does that mirror any sort of like hesitation on your end? How is it for you?
Not really. I know what I can do. I don't. I always appreciate the love and support. That always goes a long way. But whether the love and support or the support is there, I'm gonna play my game. I'm always gonna be confident in myself. Because I know I belong here. I put in the work. So I'm always gonna be confident in myself. And when I go on the court, I'll never shy away from no shot or no challenge. Just keep taking it head on and keep working.
Dude, you've been around this team long enough to see when things go great and things not going great. What's your breakdown of what's going wrong these last 4, 5, 6 games?
No, it's early in the season. We're still trying to establish our identity on both sides of the court. I think Steve talked about it today about us being like last in pace. That was way different than last year. Our identity. We're not having Draymond on defense, making sure we get are we going to red, are we going to do different, or switch, or are we going to, how are we going to guard the pick and roll? It's still early, so we're still trying to figure things out and get all on the same page. And luckily, it is early. We've got a lot of games left to figure it out, but I think that's probably been the biggest thing, is just finding our identity, finding our style of play. It's going to have everybody thriving.
We all know how important Steph is to the offense. Basically, the system is him.
Right.
Are you able to see how hard it is become for Steph and for Klay and for Wiggs to sort of operate with Steph not forcing defenses to bend toward him?
I wouldn't just put it on not having Steph. I feel like they just got to find a rhythm. I think they wasn't shooting the best when Steph was playing, so it's kind of just trying to get their legs under them, just trying to figure out, like I said, we playing a lot slower, just trying to figure out their spots and figure out the plays that we should run for them to get them going. I think it's a kind of a group effort to figure that out. Having Steph out there obviously helps. He draws so much attention, but I think it's just more us get them in a rhythm. My job is getting them guys open, getting them better shots, and you just can't put it on one thing.
You've been Klay's teammate your entire career, and you guys are shoe brothers.
Yeah.
Is it hard for you to see him going through what he's going through right now and having people talk about him and wonder what the deal is with him and talk shows going crazy on him and stuff?
That's the nature of the beast of what we do. It's not the first time they did it to Klay. He's something that he's accustomed to. I done seen him struggle before. He always finds his way out. Even last year, I think he struggled the first 10, 15 games, and he ended up having a career shooting year. So the things, I don't worry about that with him. He's going to figure it out. He's been figuring it out his whole life. He's one of the best shooters ever, and he's just missing shots. And that's one thing that I know he's going to do. As long as he continues to bring the effort on the defensive end and he continues to rebound and do the small things, I think the offense is going to figure itself out.
Kevon, what have you thought about what Dario's brought this season? And is it like a little bit of a pleasant surprise that this guy was available on a minimum?
For sure. Playing against him in the past throughout my whole career, I know how good he was. I know how tough he is and how good of a playmaker. And he's a tough cover because he can stretch the floor. Being able to have him on our team for the minimum is great. He's been a huge plus for us. He's somebody that can space the floor. He's a playmaker. He makes all the right decisions, and he's tough. And so that's something that we really needed. And he's been a bright spot for us this season.
Kevon, you pulled down, I think it was 7 or 8 offensive rebounds last night. I think you had 20 as a team. You guys are 3rd or 4th, I think, in offensive rebounding rate this season. Is that an emphasis for you guys, or is that just kind of happenstance by, wings crashing the glass? Of course, you always make a big impact there.
That's something that we definitely emphasize coming into training camp. I think the last few years we didn't really emphasize it, but we always, when we played our best when we were offensive rebounding, and I think that's something that the coaches really challenged us to start the year off. I think we've been doing a good job of it, and we've been getting extra possessions and actually winning the possession battle, which is something we haven't did in the past.
Loon, with Kuminga, what did you see from him last night? And when he's going well, what stands out to you about what's working for him?
His ability just to put pressure on the rim, gets to the free throw line. It's something that a lot of guys can't do. His athleticism, his speed, when he's on the ball, putting pressure and doing different things like that, he makes our team way more dynamic. And I think last night he saw a glimpse of that. He's really getting to the rim, hitting open threes when he's open. And really just attacking the paint, and especially with Steph being out, that's something we really needed.
He said last night that some guys talked to him before the game that seemed to make a difference for him. As teammates, what do you guys try to maybe say to him or help him get his mindset right, I guess? Just keep playing with a certain energy, which is big for him. When he's playing, with a lot of pace and he's playing hard and doing all the small things, it kind of stands off, like jumps off the page when he does it. Sometimes when things not going your way, you kind of not getting your own head sometimes. With him, we just want him to stay confident, stay positive, and just keep going hard. Because when he's positive, he's confident, he looks like a completely different player. And I think he did that last night. He knows that he's been doing a great job this year. Just even when he's not making shots, he's still hustling. He's still being a great teammate. And I think when he does that, he usually plays well.
Steve said that Steph was able to get on the floor today. How did he look to you? I mean, you've been watching this dude your entire career.
He looked like Steph. He looked good. At this level, guys are great at hiding if they're hurt or not. So I don't know if he felt great, but he looked great. So hopefully we can get him back soon.